The brand new update that just released in Monster Hunter Wilds came with a whole new level of difficulty in the farm of the 9-star monsters and the grind for the RNG charms, but along with it we also got a ton of weapon buffs and nerfs. And one of the weapons that was affected the most by these changes is without a shadow of a doubt the Glaive. It got a huge list of changes with this newest update that make the weapon feel a lot stronger, and in fact it is actually stronger as it deals more damage now, but is also a lot more fun to play. So in today's video I'm going to be covering all of those changes, showing you the build that I'm going to be running with my Glaive to truly see just how much more powerful the weapon has become. With that being said, hello everyone, my name is Dark Hero and let's get into it. So when we take a look at the huge shopping list of changes the Glaive has received in this one singular patch, you can see that there's a lot that has been changed, so let us go through all of that. And by the way, go ahead and tell me what you think of this drip. So one change that the Glaive has received is that now it is far easier for you to land these offset attacks with the weapon. In case you aren't aware, you have two different offset attacks with the Glaive. You have one that can be performed on the ground and another one that can be performed in the air by just letting go of the button at the right time. The one that I showed you before is the one you can perform on the ground, and this one is the one you can perform in the air by just letting go of the button at the right time. And you now have a lot more active frames when you're performing the attack, so it has become a lot easier for you to consistently land these offset attacks that are going to help the Glaive feel a lot more consistent and overall stronger. Like right there, this would have failed without a shadow of a doubt previous to the patch, but here I was able to get it first try. So that by itself is already a fantastic change, but there's a lot more for us to show. Another big change the Glaive has received is that now you have a lot more iframes whenever you vault backwards. It's kind of hard to show it here, but here in this small video from Capcom you can see that whenever the hunter on the left gets hit, the hunter on the right is able to dodge backwards by performing the backwards vault like that. So those are the additional iframes that you now have that should allow the weapon to feel a lot more consistent and safe. Additionally, they have also increased the range of your backwards vault like this if you're using a vid extender, which I have 2 points of a vid extender right here. So that is going to allow you to cover a lot more distance when vaulting backwards. So you can do it like this, and as you can see, you get super far away from the monster. So it really looks like they want you to use this backwards vault as a way to dodge incoming attacks, which even as an Glaive player myself, it is my second or third most used weapon in Wilds. It's something that I never really used, I just went for a regular dodge, so I'm gonna be using this a lot more often. Additionally, the damage of Strong Ripping Slash, which is this attack right here, Dodge Slash, which is this one right here, the backwards vault that I wish had iframes, as well as this Strong Double Slash and this Tornado Slash have all been buffed. So basically every single hit of this combo without being the first has been buffed to now deal a lot more damage, and that is of course going to come into play quite often, as that is your bread and butter while you are on the ground. But what if you aren't on the ground? The Glaive is meant to be an aerial weapon, you might be asking. Well, the good news is that the aerial Glaive has also been buffed, or indirectly buffed I should say, as there was a bug in the past that caused the aerial combo of your Glaive, so whenever you do this, to deal less damage than it was supposed to, and that has now been fixed, which means that you should be able to more consistently deal more damage by doing the aerial playstyle of the Glaive, and of course, because now it is a lot easier for you to land the offset attacks as well, you're going to be able to more easily take advantage of them. Now another big buff that is more like a quality of life than anything that I think can be super useful is that they have improved the hit detection of your focus strike while you are in the air, because a lot of times you're going to be in the air trying to land a focus strike, and these can sometimes feel incredibly difficult to land while you are in the air. But as you can see right there, I would have normally not been able to land that focus strike in the air, but as of this update, I was now able to. So what this is gonna allow you to do, which is the problem that I would have a lot of times with the loop of the Glaive, is you do the strong descending slash into the spiral slash, and you want to try to land a focus strike before you get back on the ground, and a lot of times you would miss, but now you can actually land it, get all of the extracts back, and get back into the same loop of using the charged attack, or just doing the regular combos for a lot of damage. Now the rest of the patch notes for the insect glaive are pretty much all of them bug fixes, and most of these are not going to come into play as often as the bug fix for the aerial combo doing less damage than intended, but at the very least it's nice that all of these bugs have been fixed. But with that said, let's now go over into my build, talk about what I'm going to be doing with the insect glaive, and put those buffs into action. So the build that I'm going to be using is the one that I showed you in my previous video, where I went over the new best meta build that has been buffed in the newest update. Though that said, I want to go over to Gemma here, and let's have her craft a new Artian weapon for us. And let's see what we end up getting. 2 sharpness boosts, 2 element, and 1 attack boost, not too bad. So everyone say thank you to Gemma for crafting us this beautiful piece. Though I will go ahead and change it into the Seregio's insect glaive since I like the look of it, and it just feels pretty nostalgic to me. We don't even need to prepare a meal again since, again, because the meals now last for 20 minutes longer, we still get the meal effect from the last time I cooked. And just like that, now we're ready to hunt some monsters. So let's go ahead and take on this 5 strength tempered Mizutsune. So this is one of the new 9-star 5 strength tempered monsters, so it should have a lot of HP. Oh, there's actually 2 of them there. I didn't notice that. They are fighting though, but let's see if I can get a sneak attack in real quick. Oh, well, that one fell to the ground. He's certainly gonna notice me at some point. Oh, there you go. Sneak attack. We get that. Trying to get all of these extracts real quick. There you go. Oh, I'm missing the white still. There you go. Let's actually lure it over here so you can deal some big damage. There you go. Into the big charged attack for some big damage. Trying to collect some extracts. I missed the head. That's fine. And there we go, we get a mount here. I want to see if I can get some cool offset attacks and do that thing where you dodge with the backwards vault, because again, I'm not used to that. I need to actually think about doing it. Right, we got a wound already. Got 2 wounds. Pop that wound. Beautiful. And let's go do some combos. Consume all of those extracts. I almost got that one. Dodge that. And look at that, because of the new buff to the hitbox, we actually get that. Because I don't think we would have been able to actually land that focus strike prior to the buff. That's pretty cool. I tried to do an offset attack there, but I missed, but he also ended up missing me, so that's fine. I did consume the wound though, so that means I don't have easy access to the extract, so I need to collect it manually. There you go. Back to 3 extracts. Actually, I just remembered, I have maximum might on this build. I should be playing more on the ground and using less stamina. Also, I should be using the mantle. I didn't quite land the offset attack. I still think that the landing that offset attack on the ground is quite difficult. In the air it's a lot easier because you just need to let go of the button. We broke the tail, but I didn't cut it off. That's fine. Ah, there he is. We just need to wait for him. Oh, I actually dodged that attack by vaulting backwards there, and that was total accident. I didn't want to go for the dodge, I just did it. So that was interesting. Again, I need to get used to doing that backwards vault, because that is something that I never did in any game, to dodge an attack. Did I actually land the offset attack there? I'm not sure. But I definitely feel like I should have gotten hit by that and I didn't. As usual with the insect glaive, make sure that you are always in focus mode while playing it. It's one of those weapons that if you're not used to playing with a toggle on, you should have the toggle on for the insect glaive, because the insect will attack with you if you are in focus mode. So you're missing out on a lot of damage if you're not using it. Okay, we got a wound there. Let's put one on the tail. We should be getting close to cutting the tail off. I've already broken it and everything. So let's break this wound. Boom, beautiful. Now let's do some big damage. Into the tornado slash, into the charged upswing. Oh, I actually got hit by both monsters there. Oh, that was unfortunate. I somehow didn't die. I think it was because of Guts. I think Guts saved me there. I want to land that focus strike. There you go, beautiful. Get all the extracts back. I still want to land another offset attack with the downward thrust. Oh, there you go. Speaking of which. Oh, I accidentally used that follow-up. It definitely feels a lot more generous than before. I tried to go for an offset there, but it was too late. Because again, you have such a big lead up to the follow-up attack. To the offset attack, I mean. It's quite hard to land it. I went for another one. I need to stop using these offset attacks so much. I'll try to play more naturally, because it's getting me killed and it's making me waste a lot of time. But it's so fun, I want to use it more. And of course, it's not just the buff to the backwards dodge with the aerial vault, and also having the offset attack have more frames. You also deal more damage with just about anything you do with the weapon. That's, of course, a big positive. I should have maybe went in for a sneak attack. Oh, still got it, actually. Somehow. No, I don't want to mount you, Rathalos. Let me go. Wait, did they change? They changed the button for the dismount. I mean, that is the first time I have dismounted in Wilds, but I think in World and Rise it was just pressing the A button, right? Wait, the target changed to the Rathalos. No, get me out of here. I want to hunt the Mizutsune. What is happening in this hunt? Let's blind you real quick since I haven't used the flash pods at all. And by the way, since we're fighting Mizutsune, I will be making a video on the buffed Mizutsune set, because that's one of the things when I made the Mizutsune video. The biggest issue with the set was the fact that it required you to use the 4 pieces from the armor set to get the 4-piece set bonus. Now you only need to use 2, and if you use 4 you get a huge buff as well to your iframes. So I'm gonna be making a video on that because it sounds like a huge buff, and it's exactly what I was asking for. So very happy about those changes. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted, so I'm really happy that Capcom gave that to me. Oh, I thought his eye was glowing with a wound there. And I do plan to make a video on every weapon that has been buffed with the updates. The lens is another one I want to get a good look at, because it got a huge shopping list of changes. And I haven't played much lens since Sunbreak. I did play it a little bit in Wilds, but not a whole lot. And I was a huge fan of the lens in Iceborne and Sunbreak as well. I just didn't love it in Wilds when the game released. So I kind of want to go back and give it a try now that it got all of those huge buffs. Maybe the weapon feels a lot more fluid and fun. So if you play lens, do let me know how you feel about the weapon and the buffs. I do want to hear about that. Alright, let's take this seriously, try to finish the hunt. Boom, into the face. He's about to flee, so I'm gonna see if I can flinch him before he goes. Not quite, but we can keep him restrained for a little bit. Rathalos, what are you doing here, dude? No, I don't want to mount you. Why do I have to mount you again? No, I'm not after you, Rathalos. Get out of here. And I have just noticed that I haven't cut Mizu's tail yet, and he's about to die. Let's see, can I get a sneak attack here? Not really, but let's charge it up. I was hoping for a tail cut there. Right, let's see if I can get the tail, finally. I see a wound there, come on. Oh, I actually cut off the tail, but that also consumed the wound, so I didn't get to do the focus strike. That was a shame. Oh, wait, it's still there. Hold on. Oh, I definitely would have never hit that focus strike if it weren't for the buffs. See, that's why I was so excited, if you guys saw me reading the patch notes, why I was so excited about that change, because it makes the weapon feel so much more consistent. Now, where is that damn tail? It's definitely one of those changes that, unless you play the weapon a lot, doesn't sound like it's a big change, but it really makes the weapon feel so much better. Oh, he's asleep here. Bomboclat, there you go. And just like that, we finished Mizutsune off. In hindsight, I probably should have used a different build, but don't worry, I will be updating my best insect Glaive builds videos and dual blades and whatnot. But in hindsight, I should not have went with this build because I was playing a lot of aerial insect Glaive. And on this build, if you see here, I have maximum might. So I should have replaced it with Counter-Strike 3. It would have been much better. Now let's see what charms we're going to get out of this, because this was a 9-star quest. 18 minutes, that's to be expected. I took a long time there. I ended up carting and I was trying to get those offset attacks. Now what do we get? Ballistics, Resentment, Maximum Might, not bad. I do like this one. I would have liked it more if it had more offensive guard. That's not so great. That could be a lot better. Slugger, Water Resistance 3, Mind's Eye, Slugger, and Water Resistance. So not great charms unfortunately, but oh, that was a gold crown actually. And there you guys have it. That was me testing the buffs for the insect Glaive. Let me know which weapon I should cover next on the channel. And with that being said, my name is Dark Hero. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, happy hunting!